Hello children, my name is Sarah and today I would like to share with you a bedtime story and it's called The Nosy Fox. Would you like to meet him? Here he is. So Nosy Fox is a lovely fox, but he does like to stick his nose into other people's business, don't you? Yes. Shall we tell the story? Let's go. Here is the tale of the Nosy Fox. He crept into the garden to sniff at the socks. Just hanging there on the line, his nose it twitched. All was not fine. He started to climb onto the garden table. Where on earth was Mrs. Mabel? Mrs. Mabel's your very, very true friend, isn't she? He does love Mrs. Mabel. Through the window he could see a kettle boiling, making tea. Mrs. Mabel was asleep. She could not even hear a peep of the kettle whistling in her ear. The fox he did begin to fear that if he did not scratch at the door, the pot might fall onto the floor, or even start a fire. The possibilities were getting higher. Oh no, Nosy Fox, you've got to help Mrs. Mabel, haven't you? Yes, you must bang at the door and wake her up. So Nosy Fox sprang up and said, "Oh, we've got to knock this on the head." The tea towel had been left nearby. "Mrs. Mabel!" Fox cried. "Oh, dear, Nosy Fox, what can we do? We've got to wake her up." So Fox, as nosy as he was, had only been there because Mrs. Mabel had some hens, although safely tucked away in pens. Probably best, Nosy Fox. Nosy Fox scratched at the door. He banged and scraped and banged some more. Mrs. Mabel still nodded off. "Oh, what's that I hear?" Fox cried. "A cough?" There was a tickle in her throat. She had a cold, now I must note. Mrs. Mabel was now awake. "Oh, what's that noise? For goodness sake!" Scratch and scrape, bang and crash. Mrs. Mabel in a flash ran into the kitchen to see the kettle no longer making tea. Mr. Fox had let himself in. Well, you were very clever, Mr. Fox, but you helped, didn't you? He banged the tea towel against the bin. The towel had caught alight. Mrs. Mabel turned quite white. Quickly, she took a glass of water, put those flames out it ought to. So Mr. Fox had saved the day. Oh, Mr. Fox, you were amazing. But Mrs. Mabel shooed him away. Oh no, shoo, 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 shoo. The Nosy Foxy was glad, even though Mrs. Mabel thought him bad. From time to time, Fox had a peep when Mrs. Mabel was asleep. As time went by, there grew a bond. Oh, Mrs. Mabel became quite fond of Mr. Fox, the nosy neighbour, who had done this lady the biggest favour. So when you're boiling on the stove, remember, it's not a sleep you've chose. Beware, beware, you may see the Nosy Fox while making tea. So children, that's my story all about the Nosy Fox. I hope you enjoyed it and I wish you a very good night. Do you want to say good night?